Hey there, it is another stormy, rainy start to a day here on Hallig Petrus. It's December, and I think it's just going to be another gross month. We'll see. It might stop soon. I'm hoping. I don't know. But I just finished loading up some more pallets from my greenhouse, and I'm trying to get these moved over into my little storage shed before the cardboard gets completely soaked. I gotta sell these soon. I haven't figured out if it's best to try to sell them to neighbors directly, or if there's any sort of like market that would buy them from me. I need to, I don't know, talk to somebody about it, but I don't know who to talk to. Still sort of figuring out how this place works. Out of the way, chickens. Come on. Thread that needle. Okay. I think I have a stack of lettuce yet. So I'll just put it over here next to the tomatoes. Getting kind of close to my trailer. Yeah, aside from needing to do the plowing, there's not a ton of farm work to do right now. It's that time of year, you just sort of hunker down and get through the cold months. My neighbor did let me know that the kids over at the school will be doing some sort of a holiday play thing this month. So maybe later I'll go over there and check that out. Unfortunately, it's not free admission. I had to buy tickets, well, a ticket for me to go see it, but she said the money goes to fund programs the school doesn't have the money to fund on its own. I guess art and music programs, which are sort of optional because the equipment, like instruments and art supplies, are not cheap. So I definitely feel it's important for kids to have those opportunities. Even though I am broke right now, I'm happy to fund an art program for kids or whatever it turns out to be. So I'm not going to complain. Oh, you know, I saw a pallet of honey out there too. Go grab that. It's getting hard for me to keep track of everything I've been doing. It's also really hard to see out the back. I've thought about whether I should put this on the front instead. But then I would have a hard time driving. I don't know. Ooh, get out of the way, chicken! These chickens are kamikaze chickens. I had no idea how hazardous it could be to have a bunch of chickens underfoot. Metaphorically speaking, under tractor wheels. They are entertaining little creatures, though. Okay, now I can put that away. Okay. Guess I'm done with this for now. I took it out the other side. Ah, you may notice, I'll walk over there and show you when I get done here. My chickens are starting to give me eggs, which I'm very excited about. Okay. Let's get this closed up. Hey, chickies. So yeah, they're just sort of laying all over the place. I'm collecting them up in these cartons and stacking them over here for now. I have been having eggs for breakfast, and I need to get some flour and supplies from town to do some baking, because I am so broke. I just need to do a lot of my own cooking now. Let's see. Hang in there. How are we doing here? Chickens still got plenty of food. Let's go check in on the sheep. See how they're doing while I've got this door open. Keep those chickens out of here. They get everywhere if you're not careful. Hey, sheep. How are you doing, friends? At least some of you have the sense to stay warm and dry. I did talk to the animal dealer in town about whether it was okay for them to stay out there in the rain all the time, especially when it gets cold. He said it's fine. I was a little worried that if their wool gets all wet, maybe it would cause rashes or like fungal growth or anything. He said no. They're smart enough to figure out what to do if they, knocked over that stuff. If they get wet, they'll come inside, or if they care, anyway, they'll come inside. And there are ways I can sort of check for how the wool is doing. So I give them all good little scritches. Hey, sheep, sheep. To check on their coats. Don't super know what I'm looking for, but he told me. So hopefully I would figure out if I saw it. I'm starting to get more wool off of them. I'll show you in a minute after I spread this straw out here. So windy out. Alright, I'll get this bedding spread around. Make sure they got plenty of food, and then I'll bring you back in. Well, I'm sure you can tell I've got the plow. It stopped raining and I was pretty much immediately like, do I need to go and do that? And I was driving over here just now to my new field, but I realized there's a dog here. Hi, buddy. Hi. Who do you belong to? Hey, pal. Do you have a tag on? I don't see any tags. I don't know. I hope this dog doesn't belong to this farm because this farm is abandoned now. Hey, buddy. Are you hungry? Are you looking for food? I know there's a couple houses up on that chirp too. I think I need to investigate. I don't want this guy to be stuck out here. It's cold right now. It's gonna get warm later. I guess I'm gonna go try to figure out who he belongs to before I get over there and plow. But I guess the next you'll see me, I'll be plowing. I'll give you an update on him later. Okay, well that's plowed. That's awesome. So I got the field that was already here and I expanded it. And I sort of followed as close as I could along my property line. The property that I own actually just like follows the edge of this hill. And right to a point here, this is almost exactly along my property line. Over on this side, it goes a little bit more in this direction. If I wanted to keep this line up here, I could expand it over to here, but it's probably more work than it's worth to try to farm on a hill. Given what I saw with the grass field and trying to do some of the work over there on that hill, I might have already expanded that too high up the hill, actually. We'll find out. So, I can get this plow back now. That cost me $700 to rent. And I'll need to rent a cultivator so I can cultivate this. And I have some lime. This is going to need lime on it. I probably don't have enough lime for this. So I'm going to need to buy some lime. So I think I'm not entirely sure what order to do this in. I'll see if I can find someone who can help me figure out if I should lime first and then cultivate, or if I should cultivate and then lime. I may have to wait until I sell some stuff anyway. I don't want to get too low on money because I have to pay utilities and insurance and all that good stuff every month. So, can't risk running too low. The dog. So this terp has 4 or 5 people, separate families, living on it. At least one other family up there, maybe 2 of them, are farmers. There's a harvester up there and some tractors that are not associated with that cow farm over there that is not actively occupied right now. I only could find one family on the property right now on the terp, and that was the people who live on the farm. I'm not going to say which farmer it is. It is a farmer who has contracts on fields, so I don't want to talk about them and potentially say anything negative if I want to do contracts in the future for this farmer. Also, probably not a good idea to antagonize my neighbors in such a small community. But basically, he told me that that dog did in fact belong to that cow farm, and when the farmer left to go to the mainland, he didn't take the dog, and I am so angry about that. He said, the farmer who left said that the dog has lived here its whole life, it knows this island, and it would be sad to leave the island. It wouldn't know what to do on the mainland or find a new home or whatever, acclimatize to a new home. So the farmer who left wanted to leave it here on the island, and the people who live on this terp sort of take turns feeding it. There's like a bowl sat outside and a doghouse, and they take turns filling it up. Doesn't really have a house. Lives in a doghouse. Doesn't go inside with anybody. So I'm really upset about that. I'm a dog person. My wife and I had dogs, and I'm a little heartbroken that that dog is just out here on its own. So I am trying very hard not to interfere in a way that might upset people who live on the island, but I really want to take that dog in or something. I asked if there's an animal shelter or anything like that out here, and his English was not so great, but eventually we got the idea across, and he said there's not really any sort of service like that here, so nobody who can really help with it. I'm upset about the situation. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna return this plow and try not to do anything rash. I might not see you again today. Or maybe I'll bring you in later when I'm going off to the little play over at the school. We'll see what happens. Bye for now. Okay, I had to bring you in for a minute to show you this view. The fog over the water as I drive back to the other island. This is so beautiful. It's, living here is an adjustment. Trying to figure out how I can fit into this community. Trying to not be a nuisance. Bring my ideas into a very established community. That's a challenge. But then you have views like this. Gosh, it's nice here. Another beautiful, misty morning. Okay, I am heading off to the holiday program at the school. I thought I would bring you while I ride there, because I don't go this way very often. Hey, chickens. It's that beautiful golden hour, the sun is setting, and we'll head this way. So, I can't stop thinking about that dog over on the other island. I can't believe that farmer would just leave them. Gosh, it's so pretty here. I really want to go get it and bring it back and give it a place to live. But I don't want to... Covered bridge. Oh, I have to check this out. Hang on. Check it. That's one of the canals. Our high tide is pretty low right now, or else there would be more water in there. But this is very, very cool. I really like living here. Yeah. I don't want to get into trouble with the people on the other island. I don't want to cause problems, be a troublemaker who's sort of doing my own thing. But I just can't stand the idea of leaving that dog out there for any random person to hopefully remember to feed. What do you think I should do? Should I get the dog? Should I leave it? This is the church. School's just over here. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess everybody else will have walked. A little early still. I didn't realize they had farm equipment over here. Oh, did I just break in someone's house? Well, the school's just up there. Alright, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. I think I walked right past the school, actually. I think it's over here. Oops. Yeah, it's this one. Alright. That sounds like a lot of mayhem in there. Wish me luck, and happy holidays.